Hey all, welcome back to the Fire and Water Cooking channel. Today, something pretty good, something different. Actually, this is actually for the International Sous Vide Association. They're doing a contest in June for their best Sous Vide Que recipe. The winner is going to get I guess a sous vide circulator or some other prizes. But actually, the recipe we're going to do today comes right out of the International Sous Vide Association's Champions of Sous Vide cookbook. I have two recipes in there, and I'm going to cook one, which is the bacon-wrapped sous vide pork tenderloins. So I'll be right back, and we'll do my recipe from this book. Be right back.
Smoking, grilling, getting hot and hotter, sous vide and chilling from fire and water.
All right, if you're not familiar with the International Sous Vide Association, check them out, do a Google search. It was put together by Jason Logsdon and Mike Lashardy. Both of them were actual sous vide enthusiasts for many years. Jason Logsdon has a business dedicated to sous vide. He's written several books on the subject, has a great website, lots of Facebook groups and other resources. But what they did is they put together a bunch of people like us who love sous vide, who are professionals in the business, for equipment makers, all kinds of people that love sous vide, and that's what the International Sous Vide Association is. And they're actually, this book here, Champions of Sous Vide, has got several great sous vide chefs in here, plus people like me and that have done a lot of cooking with sous vide and barbecue. So we're going to do my recipe, and it's actually on page 76. It's my recipe for bacon-wrapped sous vide pork tenderloin. So we're going to do that. What we're going to do first is we're going to do a bacon weave. I'm going to show you how to do a quick bacon weave. We're going to season and wrap up the pork tenderloins, vacuum seal it, sous vide it, smoke it up. Really simple recipe, guys. It's really, if you haven't done a lot of sous vide and barbecue, it's one of the simpler ones you can do. So I'll be right back, show you how to do that bacon weave. Alright guys, laying a bacon weave is actually pretty easy. Just start out by laying your strips one way. I'm going to do 7 strips on this one. Just lay them all out in one direction, and then just like fold back every other piece, and then lay one strip down, fold them back, and then do the opposite. Every other strip again, but the opposite side. That way you can just lay it in, and that's pretty it. You just keep doing this until you got your full bacon weave, and then you can use this for anything. Meatloaf, tenderloins, everything. Alright guys, I got my weave all done, and I usually get the double pack from Costco on the pork tenderloins. Usually comes with 2 tenderloins in the pack. You can do this with pork loin as well. It's just, I would suggest you cook it a little bit longer than the time that you would a tenderloin, because it's actually a little bit tougher. So I got my 2 pork tenderloins here. We're going to put them both in this bacon wrap. Today I'm going to season them up with a little bit of the Fresh Jack's Smoky Southwest and their Rosy Cheeks barbecue rub. That's actually maple bourbon barbecue rub. They're Rosy Cheeks, so it's got a little bit of spice, a little bit of sweet. You can use any kind of barbecue rub you like. You can use any kind of sweet rub or savory rub. Really, it's all up to you. It's personal preference. But I do like to, since we're not going to sear these before cooking, and it's going to be sous vide, we're really not going to be searing the pork at all, just the bacon on the outside. I do like to season inside here where we're going to be putting the pork tenderloins. So I want to season up the bacon just a little bit. Then we're going to go ahead and lay our tenderloins in here. Right close together, since we're doing 2. You can do this with 1. You can do this with, like I said, a bigger pork loin instead of a tenderloin, if you'd like to. But this is the way I do it. This is the way the recipe does it. So I just kind of lay them in my bacon wrap there, and again, I'm going to season the pork both tenderloins. Just going to season them up as much or as little as you want. I'm going to hit it with a little bit of both on both sides here. Turn it. Do this side, even though the bacon had some, I still want these to have a little bit more. These pork tenderloins can take a good amount of seasoning. That's it. Fold them back over. And that's it. That's all I'm going to do now is kind of roll this up, take my weave, just kind of fold it over, just like this. And I'm just going to take it and fold it with my hands. And that's it. And that's exactly what it's going to look like. Kind of squish it underneath. I'm not going to pin it or any kind of way to hold it in. So it's just going to be holding it in there by its own when it's cooking. So when I slide it in the bag, you just need to be careful when you put it in the bag. And again, I'm not going to hit that bottom part, so I don't want to have to worry about turning this upside down and it falling apart on me. So I'm just going to do the top here. It's one of the reasons why I seasoned inside as much as I did. So I really don't have to season on the bottom. You can, if you want to, try to season on the bottom, but more than likely your weave will start falling apart and it won't look too good. So again, Rosy Cheeks from Fresh Jacks and their Southwestern, Smoky Southwestern. That's our seasonings. Gonna let this rest for a second while I go get my vacuum bags, and I will show you how we're gonna vacuum seal it up and throw it in the sous vide. All right, I got it all vacuumed up, ready to go. And hey, let's check back at the recipe and see just exactly what we're doing here. Oh, it says 144 or 62.6 degrees Celsius for 4 hours. That's what we're gonna do. Actually, I think I got it at, set at 145, but I'll back it down to 144. See that? We'll go down to 144. Start that back up. My water's still coming up to temp. It's at 134 right now, so another 10 degrees to go before it starts counting down. Like I said, you can see I didn't season the bottom, but that's going to be okay because I'm going to season it when we take it out of the sous vide. I did season inside the bacon wrap, so it's okay. It's still getting some seasoning on the pork tenderloins in there and the other side of the bacon. But when I take it out of the sous vide pack, the bacon will be actually a little bit cooked, so it won't be falling apart or as easier for the wrap, the bacon weave to fall apart then, and I'll be able to season it on both sides again just a little bit more. So I'm going to go ahead and stick it in my sous vide now, and then we'll be back. I'm using my new Innova container with this built-in rack. I'm just going to slide it right in, put my rack in so that I make sure it stays under the water when it starts floating. All right, and that's it, guys. Just put my top back on. So ready to go. All right, I'll see you guys back in 4 or so hours. See you then. All right, it's out of the sous vide. As you can tell, it don't look too pretty. Just like anytime I smoke anything, I'm not going to pat it dry. I'm going to leave it nice and moist. I'm going to put just a little bit more of the Fresh Jack's Rosy Cheeks on top. I'm going to flip it over and try to be really careful with it. You can see this part's not seasoned, but I am going to put a little bit of that and a little bit of this on the bottom. Be careful again and just flip it back over. Do the same with the Smoky Southwest here. That's it. I'm going to go ahead, stick it on the PK grill. I got that all ready to go. And we'll smoke it up, get some color to it, some smoke, and I'll be right back. All right, all my PKs up to about 350 and set up on the indirect. Got the fire and the wood on one side and the meat on the other. So I'm just going to go ahead and put my tenderloins here right on the left side, and I've got the vent set up to where there's a cross flow of the smoke. This is after about a good 45 minutes to an hour. Now I'm going to go ahead and baste it. I got a good color. The rub's been cooked in pretty good on the bacon on the outside. I got a good color on the bacon, so I'm going to go ahead and glaze it with any barbecue sauce you like. This is a sweeter Memphis style barbecue sauce that I'm going to glaze it with. And you can do 1 or 2 coats, that all depends. I'm just going to do 1 coat. After about another 15 or 20 minutes, this is what it looks like. It's got a nice glazed color on there, nice dark. It's got some good smoke to it. I think we're about done here. So let's get this bad boy off the grill and cut into it. Take a look. Here you go, guys. Let's check this bad boy out. It's got a nice glaze to it now. Can't even really tell that there's bacon on there, but there is. Check out Champions of Sous Vide, page 76. I'm going to cut it right in the middle so you can see. One of the reasons why we sous vide this is so we can get the meat cooked all the way to where we want it before we put smoke to it. And as you can tell, this is not overcooked now that it's been sous vide or that it's been on the smoker. So you can tell right there, it's still got some nice pink color to it. It's got a nice glaze of the barbecue sauce and rub, and that thing is ready to serve up. Check it out, guys. This is a great Sous Vide Que meat to start with. I'm going to cut a piece right off the end to taste. Check it out. Some of that bacon on there. Glaze, pork. Awesome. Thanks for watching. Check out this recipe. Check out Champions of Sous Vide. Join the contest. See if you can win. I'll see you again on the next Fire and Water Cooking video. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Check out the Fire and Water Cooking podcast, wherever you get podcasts. Thanks again, guys.